Welcome. Today, we are going to learn how to solve equations using the square root property. We'll be focusing on a specific format where we first isolate a squared term. The general form of the equations will tackle looks like x minus h squared equals k. First, let's understand the core idea. The square root property says that if you have an equation where something squared equals a number k, then that something must equal both the positive and negative square root of k. This is often written as plus or minus the square root of k. The general form we use is x minus h squared equals k here. The entire x minus h part is the squared term that we need to get by itself. The letter h is the value being subtracted from x inside the parentheses, and k is the constant number on the other side of the equal sign. The first and most important step is to isolate the squared expression. For example, if you have 3 times x minus 2 squared minus 10 equals 65, you need to perform reverse operations. First, add 10 to both sides, which gives you 75. Then, divide by 3 on both sides. You are left with x minus 2 squared equals 25. Once the squared part is alone, we can apply the square root property. We had x minus 2 squared equals 25. Now, we take the square root of both sides. The square root of x minus 2 squared is just x minus 2. The square root of 25 is 5. But remember, we must account for both the positive and negative root, so we get x minus 2 equals plus or minus 5. Now we have a simpler expression. X minus 2 equals plus or minus 5. This gives us 2 separate equations to solve. First, we solve for the positive case. X minus 2 equals positive 5. Adding 2 to both sides gives us x equals 7. Second, we solve for the negative case. X minus 2 equals negative 5. Adding 2 to both sides gives us x equals negative 3. So our 2 solutions are 7 and negative 3. Let's walk through another problem from start to finish. Solve 2 times x plus 5 squared minus 7 equals 25. First, isolate the squared term by adding 7 to both sides to get 32, then divide by 2 to get 16. This leaves x plus 5 squared equals 16. Now, take the square root of both sides to get x plus 5 equals plus or minus 4. This splits into 2 equations. X equals negative 5 plus 4, which is negative 1. And x equals negative 5 minus 4, which is negative 9. What if the number on the right side isn't a perfect square? Let's solve x minus 3 squared equals 20. The squared term is already isolated, so we take the square root of both sides. This gives us x minus 3 equals plus or minus the square root of 20. The square root of 20 can be simplified to 2 times the square root of 5. Finally, add 3 to both sides. The exact answer is x equals 3 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 5. Consider the equation x minus 5 squared equals negative 9. Is it possible to square a real number and get a negative result? No, it's not. Any number multiplied by itself is always positive or 0. Therefore, if you isolate the squared term and find that it equals a negative number, there is no real solution to the equation. Let's quickly recap the process. 1. Isolate the squared expression. 2. Take the square root of both sides, making sure to use plus or minus for the constant. 3. Solve for x by setting up and solving the 2 resulting equations. Follow these steps, and you'll be able to solve these problems consistently.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.